Action.
Okay, so today, welcome to my video, Fishing Now You're Fishing. So today on this video I'm going to show you guys how to catch rock cod, lingcod, and grouper, and other forms of fish that hang out in the rocks. So you can see I'm at a dry riverbed because I couldn't figure out a good angle to show how to do it in the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to fish using iron. Iron is a really effective way of catching these type of fish. Just that a lot of guys have trouble with it. So I'm going to show you the tricks and tips. So what you want to do is you want to put on usually a heavyweight iron, usually about, depending on the current, how deep you're fishing, because rock cod can hang out anywhere from 12 feet all the way up to about 400 or 500 feet. So it just depends what the current is and how fast the water's moving, and how fast the boat's moving, and the current, and so what you want, then that'll determine how much weight you use. So in this particular case, I have a 4-ounce weight with no hook on it for safety reasons. So what's going to happen is your my little wooden friend here is a model, and he's going to represent, in this case, a grouper. So what happens is they hang out in these little coves like this on the bottom of the ocean where there's a lot of rocks. So what you want to do is, if I was in a boat, you want to drop your line all the way down, put it in free spool, and let the line fall until it hits the bottom. Then the second it hits the bottom, so your spool is going to be coming out line, and then you put your thumb on the line, you let the line fall until all of a sudden, for a couple of seconds, it's going to quit moving. Then once it stops moving, then you know you're on the bottom. So then what you want to do is you want to jerk your rod up and down, and then you'll find, that's called pinging the bottom. So you'll actually feel the bottom. Now, even if you're in a boat that's anchored, the bottom's constantly going to be moving. Because, like, let's say I'm here, here's the bottom, but then if it's over here, then it's going to be a little bit deeper. So you have to constantly find the bottom, and then what you do is you let out line or reel in line, depending on the situation. So what you want to do is find the bottom, and then just reel it up 1 or 2 cranks. Then you want to try to drop your line so it goes down and hits the bottom. What that does is it drives the fish crazy, because all of a sudden you're going to be in one of their coves like this. He's going to, then as a predatory response, he has to attack that lure because it came into his little nest. So then what you're going to do is, once that happens, then your line is going to go taut, and you're going to have a big lingcod on, or rock cod or grouper. So the first thing you want to set your drag a little bit tighter than you normally would fighting surface fish. Then you want to pull up on the fish and get him out of his cave. So if he's down here in this cave, you want to pull up on that and get him out of the cave. Because if you can get him out of his little nest, then you got him beat. So that on this kind of fishing, it's that first 3 feet is what's critical. So you want to try to pull him up, get him out of his cave. Then once he's up here, then it's even Steven, and you got a good chance of catching him. Then on this type of fish, you don't pump the rod. It's not like surface fish where you go up, then wind down and pump. What you do is you just keep the rod, hold the rod tip up, and just keep winding slowly but surely. But don't start pumping the line. And that's how you fight and land these type of rock cod. So I hope that explains how to fish for rock cod, and it's really the biggest mistake a lot of people have is finding the bottom. So it's real important that you put the line in free spool, you let your line fall as fast as you can, and then once it hits the bottom, for about a second or two, the line's going to stop moving. Then, as soon as that happens, then you reel it in, take the slack out of the line, and start pegging the bottom. And eventually you'll hit the fish. So I hope that explains how to catch rock cod and lingcod and grouper using iron.